I want to do this video just to make it clear what I think about National Socialism as a whole, so hopefully nobody will mislabel me as a Nazi in the future. So to make it as clear as day, I am not a Nazi. I could just end the video there, but I also want to explain why I'm not a Nazi. First of all, yes, I know the similarities of fascism and Nazism have, at least how Nazism was executed by Hitler. However, this does not at all make them the same. For instance, both Woodrow Wilson and Stalin arrested political opponents during times of turmoil, Wilson having done this during World War I, and Stalin doing it obviously during the Great Purge. Although Stalin dealt with his opponents a lot more harshly, the intention was the same. Does this make communism the same as capitalism? The same logic can be applied to when some people say that fascism and Nazism are the same because they were both in the same Axis faction during World War II. The US and the Soviet Union were both in the Allies faction, so that makes the two countries' ideologies the same, right? Hopefully you can see the flaws in this logic. Secondly, Nazism is vehemently racist, like the most racist ideology on the entire fucking spectrum. Now, my views on race aren't perfectly, what's the word for it, clean, I guess. I mean, I do think that each race should stay in their respective regions in terms of immigration, so not in terms of imperialism. For instance, blacks stay in Africa, Arabs stay in the Middle East, and Europeans stay in Europe, which is why I'm in favor of closed borders or extremely restricted borders. However, National Socialism takes things a step further by actively murdering the ethnic minorities within their borders. I would be fine with mass deportations, in fact that's what I'm in favor for, but effectively wiping out a group of people crosses the line. Also, having to deal with race is my third and biggest problem with National Socialism. National Socialism puts race above the state in terms of priority, meaning that in theory, one could instill a National Socialist regime within a country, but also under democratic control. As I said before, this is because the issue of race is put to higher esteem than the role of the state, which means that only when the Aryan race has gained supremacy over all others, then the inner workings of the state can be constructed. However, totalitarianism seems to be the only way that National Socialism can be implemented properly, as we witnessed in the 1930s and 40s. I have a big issue with this way of thinking, since the biggest problem a nation has, in my opinion, is national unity. Once an authoritarian state has been formed, and the multi-party system put to an end, only then can other issues be solved with the total support of the nation. Whew. Now that that's over, I can use this video for future reference when people call me a Nazi. Anyway, this has been The Educated Fascist. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.